Ready to assess the damage?
Yeah, probably have a river on the road.
Oh, big chunks of metal. Whole parts inside here. The bad news is both excavators and the dozer are all broken. Hey, and welcome back to Ambition Strikes, where we are undertaking a humongous road project. We rented a giant Cat 330 excavator with a rock hammer, but we've only got 2 weeks on the rental, which ends in less than 24 hours, and we've still got a lot of work to do. So let's get to it. Another day, it's time to fuel up the machines again. We've been going through almost 100 gallons a day of fuel on this project. The further we've dug down on the top of this hill, the more and more water we've found. In the rocky areas like this, it's not that big of a deal because the road's still stable, but up above where we have a lot of dirt, it's become a problem that we're gonna have to address. Look at all this water that arrived since yesterday. This is nuts. We have full-on ponds in the road. The best that we can figure out, there was this rocky spine that ran across here that acted like a dam and kept a bunch of water up on this hillside. Well, we've removed that dam and now the water is flowing out, but there's still a lot of water that's trapped in the dirt right here. Check it out. That is not going to work to build a road. So what I've been doing is scooping all of this mud out, throwing it up along the bank of that other pond to kind of help dam that pond up, and mostly just to get rid of the dirt because I don't want this dirt anywhere near our road base. Then I've been pulling rock up the hill to refill in that hole. They call it pumping, and it's where the more you work that muddy dirt, the worse the hydraulic effect gets. It's basically like quicksand, and it's pretty common up here where there's areas with a lot of clay, like there is here. So as we've been working our way up the hill now, I've been scooping this jello out of the hole and replacing it with rock. So we have a 3 or 4 foot deep layer of rock to build our road on top of to hopefully stabilize it. And I hope it works because it's about all I can come up with to get through this swampy zone. Courtney, do you know what this box is? It's making a funny noise. Is this yours? Did you order this? Did you order yourself a pizza? Boone, did you get anything for Bailey? Yes. We'd like to thank Temu for sponsoring this video. Temu is the new online marketplace that has pretty much anything that you or your dog could ever think of. Whether you're at home or on the go, their app allows you to browse, sort by category, and find great deals. Like these polarized sunglasses for $4, these flip-flops for just $8, or this folding camp chair for just 18 bucks. They offer a huge variety of products, including this mini electric neck fan, collapsible laundry hamper, and portable baby changing pad. Temu's amazing coupons and site-wide sales means that everybody can shop their favorites without breaking the bank. New users will get a discount on their first purchase, and there are even more hidden gems in the Temu app. So whether you're shopping for yourself or for someone else, now is a great time to check out Temu. You can head to the link in the description below and make sure to use the code AMBITION50 for $25 off your first order of $50 or more. And thanks again to Temu for sponsoring this video and making Boone one happy dog. I know that I'm using this bucket pretty hard, but at the same time, like, it's pretty frustrating that I keep losing teeth. This bucket is well worn out. The teeth are not supposed to rattle this much on the keepers. Now that we have the Hitachi excavator running again, we're gonna get back to tag teaming this project. Tyler's gonna run the hammer on the cat. I'm gonna run the Hitachi and try to fill in this hole with rock. It's way more difficult to move the rock uphill than it is to push it downhill, and so trying to dig out above and then fill it with rock has proven to be pretty difficult. Well, it must be the theme of the week, or one of the many themes of the week. But now the Hitachi is missing a tooth. And unlike the cat, there is no service tech on call to fix the Hitachi. Well, I guess there is. I guess I'm the service tech on call to fix the Hitachi. I don't have any spare teeth for it. We've got to find that tooth. So I'm gonna head back and get the metal detector. All right, I got the metal detector. Hopefully we can find this tooth and get it back on so we can get back to work, because things go a lot faster when we can have two excavators on the job. One running the hammer and the other one pulling the rubble out. I thought I would have found it already. Desperate times call for desperate measures. We're not having any luck finding the tooth on the surface, so now I'm gonna dig around a little bit, which seems like we might just bury the tooth, but hey, we can't find it at all right now, so. Tyler, what did you just find?
Found it.
It's literally sitting here on the side of the ledge in plain sight. This isn't staged, guys, I promise.
We were looking in all the wrong places.
What is going on in here?
This is officially Ollie's first daytime thunderstorm.
Tyler and I were about to head out and start working on the road, and Courtney said, "Hold on guys, it's gonna start raining in 10 minutes. I look outside, no, it's sunny outside. Sure enough, 10 minutes later, we would have been getting absolutely dumped on out there. And just like that, the storm is wrapping up. All in all, I think that was about 15 minutes, but man, was it a wild 15 minutes. What'd you think of your first storm, Ollie? He says he thinks it was pretty cool. Apparently when I dug the hole for the cistern behind the shop, I didn't get the drainage quite right at the end. So we've got a pond back here. Ready to assess the damage?
Yeah, probably have a river on the road.
Real question is, did any of the equipment get struck by lightning? Because I'm not kidding. It sounded like it was right here, and the lightning map shows that it was like right here. I'm not gonna lie, it would have been pretty exciting if one of the pieces of equipment had been struck by lightning, but it appears that everything's okay, and we're gonna get back to work. Tyler, how are you feeling about our progress?
I think it's looking much different than what it looked like before. The road's almost there.
Man, it's that last 20% that just takes so much longer than anticipated. In fact, we've been on this last 20% step now for multiple days. We're out of fuel again. The dozer needs more hydraulic oil, so Tyler's gonna head to town, and I'm back in the excavator. It's like bright green. We are this close to being done with this project. Today is supposed to be our last day. This machine's supposed to go back tomorrow. But first, the hammer sprung a leak in the second hydraulic hose, the one that didn't get replaced. It was also damaged when the machine showed up, and so that hose is now leaking and we can't use the hammer anymore. And then we lost another tooth on the bucket. That makes, I think, 8 teeth now that we've broken. This bucket is worn out. It came here worn out. The teeth are wobbly. The retainers don't stay in, and so what's happening is the retainers are falling out, then the tooth backs off and breaks. I have 2 more teeth, but I don't have any more retainers, so now we can't use the bucket. The Hitachi has sprung a significant hydraulic leak, making it so that we can't use it anymore. So now the Hitachi excavator is down again. And last but not least, the dozer's broken. Don't know what's going on with the dozer yet. We thought it was low on fluid, so we topped off the fluid, and it goes forward and backwards, but it will not turn, and it keeps kicking out of gear. It's acting a lot like it acted last summer with the torque converter problems. I'm bummed. I thought we were going to be done today. I thought we were going to be ready for gravel by the end of today. With every machine in the entire fleet except the skid steer broken, we decided to go ahead and call it a day. I think that we're exhausted, and we're gonna get back on this tomorrow with fresh eyes and start figuring out all these problems. Thoughts on the day?
The rain was exciting. Everything's broken, but we'll get back to it.
Oh, we were this close to being done. Do you want the good news, Courtney?
Not if there's bad news.
Well, the good news is that I think we can drive the new road to town.
Really?
Yes.
In my car?
In your car.
And what's the bad news?
The bad news is that both excavators and the dozer are all broken.
What? What?
Tomorrow is today. I'm going to work on trying to figure out what's going on with the dozer while Tyler diagnoses the Hitachi, and hopefully we have some simple fixes on our hands because we need to get this road project done. All right, I spent some time last night doing some research and looking at the parts diagrams, and I think I know what's going on here. This is a hydraulic pump that charges the transmission as well as the steering clutches and the brakes, and none of those things are working correctly right now, which I'm pretty sure means that there's either a block in the suction line on this thing and it's not getting any oil, or there's a problem with the pump. I'm gonna start by investigating that screen that I pulled out in the dozer repair video a few videos ago and see what it looks like. moment of truth. What is behind door number 1? I'm a little nervous. If you remember from that video a few videos ago when I took this out before, there were some big chunks of metal in here, and I'm pretty afraid about what I'm about to find. Oh yeah. I mean, oop, not supposed to drop that in the dirt. Oh, that's a piece of an O-ring, along with big chunks of metal. Whole parts inside here. What do you think, Tyler?
It's a lot of metal on there. Roller bearings.
Yeah, that's like a whole piece of roller bearing, which makes sense because I'm pretty sure the piece I found last time was a piece of bearing cage. So the problem is the same hydraulic system services the steering clutches, the brakes, the transmission, and the torque converter. So there's a lot of places where the problem could be. All right, so while I've been looking at the Dozer, Tyler's been working on the Hitachi, and what'd you find, Tyler?
Found a broken hydraulic line underneath.
It's easy to see if I look up under here.
Yeah.
There it is, split open hose. All right, we're pretty sure it's this hydraulic line, but before we head to town and get a new one made, we're gonna make sure that that's the problem. Safety squint's not good enough for this job.
Nope.
So I'm gonna fire it up. Okay, well, Tyler's gonna work on pulling that line out. Tyler, how much experience do you have working on heavy equipment?
Pretty much none.
This is all dirt shoved in the finals. Your coveralls have a giant hole in the arm.
Oh, in the arm and in the belly.
Okay. Look at that old rotten hydraulic hose that eventually split open. All right, we're gonna do a little more investigating on the Dozer before we head to town to get a new hydraulic hose made, but I'm feeling hopeful that by the end of the day, this machine at least is gonna be up and running again. Of course, this isn't gonna fix wherever that metal's coming from, which is a problem that seems to be getting worse, and ignoring it also isn't gonna fix it, but I wanna know if we're dealing with two separate problems here. I noticed that this magnetic filter housing was completely empty of oil, which means that it all drained back down into the system somewhere, and could mean that the pump's not priming. So we're gonna just try filling this reservoir up with oil and seeing if we start this thing up, if now the pump primes and it works as normal, or if we have more problems somewhere else downstream. I don't know. Out of frustration, I'm gonna fire this thing up and see if doing nothing fixed it. Tyler, do you think that doing nothing fixed it?
I don't think so.
I have no idea. I mean, I know there's a problem. We found pieces of roller bearing inside that filter. Where that bearing came from, still have no idea. After spending some more time on the Dozer, maybe 5 minutes or so, the problems reappeared. I suspect that what happens is once the hydraulic fluid warms up and gets thin, the pump isn't able to push enough pressure anymore. So I'm suspicious of the pump, and I think we're gonna tear it down, but the pump is super hot right now, so it's gonna have to wait till tomorrow. All right, we're back again with a new hydraulic hose, which means that by the end of the day, we should have the Hitachi up and running again. And I'm feeling hopeful that that collapsed hose was also the cause of our hydraulic overheating issues, but we're about to find out.
Okay, wait. Got it.
Got it. That was way easier than I expected it to be. The light help you see? All right, the new line is installed. We're topping off the hydraulic fluid, and this thing is about to be back to work. Overall, that repair wasn't that bad. All right, well, Tyler did the hard work on this one, so I think he's got the honors of firing it up. No leaks. All right, I think we're back in business. Time will tell if we fix the overheating problem at the same time, but I'm hopeful that we did because that line was fully pinched off and very constricted. The Hitachi excavator may be fixed, but unfortunately I think that the D8H is a different story. I've looked at the parts diagrams, I've done some research and made some phone calls, and I'm fairly certain that those little roller bearings that I found inside that magnetic screen came out of the transmission, eventually made their way to the pump and took out the pump, which means that even if we replace that pump, the transmission is likely still a ticking time bomb. We need to make up our minds now about what we want to do with this D8H. Let us know in the comments below. Should we pull out the transmission and have it rebuilt? Should we sell this thing and start looking for a different dozer? If you like this content, make sure to subscribe because we have a lot more awesome heavy construction content coming your way. That's it. All we have now is to wait till tomorrow for that first truck to come. I am both super excited for the trucks tomorrow and also very ready to be done with this project. It's been a long road to get here.